Hello, we are here for one more lesson of this AxisVM training course, and the topic for today will be again the post-processor actions, or saying in other words, the analysis of results. We had the first lesson or video 1 in the previous one. This will be video 2, where we will check a couple more features about checking results of the analysis in terms of the statics. So continuing, the next component that we can check about it's what we call displacements. And we can do it in nodes or beams. There are several components that can be checked for these results. For example, in terms of nodes, at each node we have 3 translations and 3 rotations. So I have one very simple example in the screen. So when we go into the results area, we come to these displacements, and you can see that we have, X, Y, Z in terms of the E. These are values for displacements, and we have also for rotations. So for example, the FR in here, for example. So we have a couple of things, and we can display results in terms of diagrams, isolines, whatever. Okay, you know these already, in terms of colors, for example. So displacements, we can do this. We can do this also for, this is for nodes, but we can have this for beams. And we have also a couple of features for beams, internal forces, but first in terms of displacements. We can, when we are checking results, if we click, sorry, not this one, we can have these cross-section displacements for the beams, and we have this result with a couple of functions in here. So we can display only the envelope. We can display results of load cases, which are not the cases. We can see actual displacements. We can do it in terms of endpoints. We can do this in terms of the left one or the right one. So there are a couple of analysis parameters that allow us to check what we get. And the section, parameters of the section, so very complete. Then we have also nodal velocities, and these are for dynamic analysis, which we don't have in this particular case, okay? But we can have also those, and if you have them, they will appear on this list, which is not the case in our particular case. And also nodal accelerations, also for dynamic analysis, and these are specific components again that we don't have in this particular analysis. Other results we can check in here are internal forces of trusses or beams, and you see already here, for example, the beam internal forces, where we can check if it is, we need to see all the components, because each one of the components means something. So we can check also this kind of results, and these actual internal forces are calculated for each component. So it's also a perspective which you can use also to check. And okay, the internal forces also for the cross sections. We can have also some results for rib internal forces, which also have different components. So we have beam stresses, and we have rib internal forces, also possible to analyze in each point and possible to check for each component. We have also the possibility, when we have surfaces, which is not our case, to check these surface element internal forces, and we have also components for these guys. This is a very limited model, so we don't have those in here. But the main idea that I want to pass here are the different possibilities to check. Okay, we have also these support internal forces with other components also. In this particular case, the Rx, Rz, and so on. Let me see if in this particular case we have something. Probably okay. This one. So we have many different types of results to check. In this particular case, because we are seeing this in a graphical way, and usually it is the way that it's easier to check. But there are a couple of very important theoretical concepts about all of these things that you might want to read about. So I invite you to read about this in our theoretical part, because it will give you more details about all of these topics, and I think it's important to complement even some knowledge that you might have about this analysis, because in the end, the analysis of the result, it is the important part. You must prepare the analysis, but what you get, it is what you take from the studies. So please check our theoretical course. You'll have much more complements for these topics mentioned in this video.